Hey yo guys, this is xidiotbox coming to you with my first tutorial, and it's going to be on syncing shots with music, and a lot of people have asked me how to do this, and it's pretty simple. So let's get into it. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to drag our clip into the new comp button, and I'm just going to put a song in. I've already imported it, and what I'm first going to do is I'm going to look for where the drop about is, and I'm going to press LL. Scroll along. As you can see, the music starts getting louder here, so let's listen to it. It's not quite there yet. Just waiting for the. You gotta. So if you're doing a one-clip edit, I highly recommend doing it at where there's a very recognizable feature in the music, like I don't know, a drop in dubstep or just getting to the chorus. As you can see here, the audio starts getting louder, so let's listen to it. And so as you can see, the drop starts about there. Yeah, right about there. So we've got our clip here. Around about there is good. We've got our clip, and I want to kind of walk up to it to be kind of slow, and then I want this to be regular speed to show the player's ability. And then I want, right after he shoots, I want that to be slow. So what I'm going to do is I want to start my clip about here-ish. I'm going to drag that to the start of the composition. I'm going to start off by right-clicking on my clip, going to time, and click Enable Time Remapping, or Control-Alt and T. So basically what that does is it enables time remapping, so we can keyframe bits in the clip and change them to where we want them to be. Sorry, Camtasia is just having a spaz. Anyway, so basically I'm gonna put a keyframe at the beginning of my clip. And also, just another note is that when you click time remapping, it puts a keyframe at the beginning and the very start of your clip, and basically that just signifies the beginning and the end. So if you bring the beginning in, then that'll mean that the beginning starts there, and all that bit is faster than it used to be. So I'm going to Control Z that and bring the clip back to the start of my composition once again. Anyway, so I'm going to put a keyframe at the beginning of my clip once again. About there is fine. And then I'm going to go in just before he starts getting up on that. Just after, actually. So about there. I'm going to put a keyframe there. And I kind of want this to be, I want this bit to be slow. So I'm going to go to LL on my music and just see how much time I have. So I've got a bit of a time. So what I'm going to extend this, what I want to do is I want to bring this out. But the problem is, if I bring this out, then yes, this bit is slow, but the rest of it is fast, so Control Z. So what I want to do is I want to click this keyframe, press Shift, and click the other keyframe, and then extend it. And what that does is it extends the bit in between these keyframes, but it leaves these keyframes the same length. The same speed. So I reckon that speed should be about good. As you can see, it's generally a bit slower. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward to where about the shot is, about here. And I'm going to put a keyframe there. And I'm going to put a keyframe about there, because that's where I want my kind of, one clip edit, so to speak, to finish. And I want this bit to be slow, just so it looks really cool and you can put some effects in it. So what I'm going to do again is I want to extend this, but as you can see, my ending keyframe has gone off the screen, so I'm going to press Control K and just extend the clip to maybe 30 seconds. I don't really, one clip edit should be any longer than that, to be honest. Just bring it to clip size. So I'm going to highlight this frame, which is where I want to start extending it, want to finish extending it, sorry, and click the ending keyframe. Then I'm going to extend this as well. And it doesn't really matter how slow it is, just however slow you want it to be. depending on what effects you want to put in there. So as you can see, that's slower, and this bit is still the same speed because I want to showcase the player's ability, and as you can see, that slows down. So in this bit is where the trick shot is, and that's where the shot finishes. So what I can do is I can just highlight all these frames, including these last two, so just highlight them, and I can extend this to where the drop is, which is here, I'm pretty sure. No, about here. And because I know that this is where the keyframe, this is where the shot just happened, I can just bring the keyframe a bit in front of that, and if I go to the next frame, next few frames, that should be where the shot is. And as you can see, it's not exactly on time, so I can just bring these keyframes just a bit forward. And as you can see, that's where the shot begins, and as it goes out, that's where the shot is. But because I've time remapped it, the audio is all weird, and it's kind of dodgy. So what I want to do is I want to turn the audio on the clip off, and I want to drag in my own intervention shot. And what I can do is I just press LL on that, go to where the drop is, and put the shot there. So as you can see, the shot's on the drop as well, and it's in time with the clip. So let's RAM preview this. I'm just going to press N on my keyboard to trim the comp, and just press 0 on your number keypad to RAM preview. And as you can see, I've been using my computer all day, so I need to just lower the lower the quality a bit. So let's see this. So as you can see, it's kind of a bit framey and stuff, and that's just not because it's on low. So what I can do is to cancel out all the framiness is I can enable frame blending. And what this does is that if you zoom in on the clip, for instance, you can see that in some of these frames there's nothing really happening, and that's bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the frame blending on, and that'll blend the frames together so that they're good. And so once I've done that, then yes, it's going to take a bit longer to render, but it's also going to be a lot higher quality, and it's going to look a lot better. So let's RAM preview this. It's going to take a little bit long, so I'm going to fast forward this. Alright, so as you can see, my RAM preview has finished, so here's what it looks like. So as you can see, the frames all look very smooth and very nice, and the shot is still the same. It's still the same speed, the trick shot, I mean. And then after it, it's all slow, and the audio is not all messed up. So basically, that's time remapping in a nutshell. I hope you liked. Drop a like, drop a sub, all that jazz. And if you have any questions, please ask, because I will answer. And have a nice day, and all that jazz.